My name's Ralph. I'm with Flex Films, and I'm going to show you this cool technique called pocket shrinking. The first step is simply to clean the glass like we've already done. The second step is to actually wet the glass, because we're going to show you how to do this wet. It can be done dry, but for this demonstration we're going to do it wet. I prefer to do it wet. We're going to use our Panaflex 2-ply 2.0 mil 70% product we use on front windshields, and of course we've done it on this entire law enforcement vehicle. But the next step, we're going to put the film on, and we're going to go from there. All right, the next step here, we've already got the film on the glass after we've cleaned it and wet it. We're gonna slowly move it around, and we're gonna anchor it here in the middle. Okay, and then we're gonna anchor it on the sides. We're gonna try to work out as much water as we can. We're not gonna try to crease it and work around these fingers, but I'm gonna try to get these fingers as pretty and up and down as I possibly can. And this will be the next step, what we're doing. I'm going to do the same on both sides. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pre-trim this. I'm going to try to leave about a ½ an inch. I'm going to do a final trim, of course, when I'm ready for it. But for now, I'm just going to go a little larger all the way around on purpose. I'm going to repeat the same steps. Just for the record today, I'm using a smart card, platinum version. I enjoy this card. I don't really use it on the inside, but I certainly enjoy running it across the release liner and smoothing out my film. It slides really well on most films and accomplishes the goal that I'm trying to accomplish. It's a pretty cool little card. I like it. You can use anything you want on this method, but I prefer this little card here. Again, I'm going to continue my trim here. All the way perimeter, leave at least a ½ an inch, preferably. Let's see where I left off over here. Okay. All right, then I discard the excess film for now. Okay, this is a kind of a critical step here. I see some fingers on the sides, and if I move them over, I'm going to they're going to become very large. This window on a late model Crown Vic is not so bad. I've seen windows that are much more curved. This film, I'm actually going to, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to move and create some fingers on the side, because this is a wonderful technique to even side shrink. And if you notice, by creating small fingers on the sides, this is about what, 2½ inches, 3 inches. My finger on the bottom here has decreased its size by half, which is going to make it easier for me to shrink. And on the top I can do the same, but we're just going to leave these two for now. That looks like a good finger. The small finger makes a huge difference here, top and bottom. So it's cool to put small side fingers when you can. I'm going to rinse and repeat here, do the other side same way. Naturally, I've already got some small fingers that are already here from the first setup. I'm going to leave them there. And I'm making everything look vertical and pretty. I just like it to all kind of come together and look really nice and neat. And I like to get the water out. Some people that I see do this technique doesn't really matter for them, but it really does to me. And that's the way I want this is the way I want it to be before I begin. This is the technique of pocket shrinking. First of all, I want to show you something about a finger. Most people start shrinking from the middle of the glass down. And in wet shrinking, a lot of people will put direct heat on a finger and cause this too much stress on the film. Dry shrinking was an answer to this problem because it allowed you to heat more of the film more evenly to create less stress on the film and give you a better install. This technique is a little different. It can be done dry or wet. The theory behind this process is usually the first half or third of a finger, where most people start with a heat gun, is going to, this is going to get heated 3 times more than it should be heated, which is going to create more problems at the bottom, more heating to get it to lay down. Pocket shrinking, we're actually going to put hot air up into the film. We're going to watch this finger bloat up and get real fat and flutter. And then the base of this is going to curl under after it pulls the bottom tight. By pulling the bottom tight, we really at this point get to see what we really need to tackle at the top. And you will find it's usually a third less than what we normally heat it. So you're actually going to do less heating overall because you find out exactly what you need down here and you see exactly what you need up here with this method. I'm going to turn my Wagner heat gun on and I'm going to begin the process with this finger. I'm going to get the heat going up underneath it slowly, and I'm moving it very uniformly. See how it's curling under? And now I'm going to attack the belly of this finger at a faster pace. I'm going to watch it turn into a beautiful, slow little S figure. See that? It's kind of turning into a fat caterpillar looking S. Okay, once it gets down to that S looking shape, then I can literally just make it disappear. And I hardly had to put any heat on it. That's the pocket shrinking technique. We simply repeat the steps on the fingers, start at the bottom, work the S, push it out. Start at the bottom, push it out. You know, we just simply go down the line with this technique. And you see how fast I'm working this? I mean, I'm just real time here. I might even go into this a little bit. Real time here. I'm heating the bottom, getting the S, pushing it out. See how fast I'm moving? I'm moving so fast, and I'm actually slowing down for the camera. Now, let's talk about side fingers, okay? Remember, these are the ones that made our large fingers small. Well, this is a little different. I'm going to go up underneath it, but I'm actually going to destroy the edge, and I am purposely not going to touch anything in the clear. Watch how this works. Kind of goes up, and I'm going to push it out. Just got to be kind of quick with it. I'm destroying the edge, but it's actually snapping my edge together. Look at that. Those fingers are gone, and now I don't have to worry about them. This is going to lay down smooth. I took the stress off my corner fingers by creating the small fingers, and this is working marvelous. Let me show you a bigger finger in the corner. I'm going to start at the corner. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go really fast in the belly of this thing to get the S going. Oh good, this finger's not going to be as pretty as the other ones, but it's still working. See, I'm already sealing the top, and I'm already seeing that the bottom is kind of going slower. So I'm going to be real careful. I'm going to kind of work this thing down. I got another side finger. Going to work it up. See how it's just disappearing? I got a little one to contend with. That's normal, how I shrink it. This finger's done. I'm going to kind of hit the side one that relieved a lot of pressure, same way. I'm going to come in, go down the line, just destroy the edge. I have no problems anymore. Now watch how fast I can move as I move along. It's really fast. I don't have to hardly heat anything. I just keep moving the bottoms, hitting the bellies, watching for the S, easing it down with the hard card, moving on down the line. There we go. Half the window's done. That's pocket shrinking. I'm going to finish the other half. Just get some footage of pocket shrinking. You ready? More pocket shrinking technique. Take number 10. Side shrinking. Side trinking, get a good shot on the side trinking. Pocket. Okay, here's our Panaflex 2-ply 2.0 mil ceramic.